Alright guys, we are back for the final.
Indeed we are. The final of ESL Go4RocketLeague Cup, number 15 for North America. And it is going to be, on the blue side, it is going to be Apollo 11, which is interesting because they've never been blue before, I don't think. But Orange Creamsicle lay claim to the orange, and it looks like it's going to be a fantastic match.
I certainly hope so. I reckon we're going to see some insane aerial plays here, and some severe aggression as well. So
yeah, I was going to say, I think we're going to be seeing some very high-scoring matches going on here.
That is going to be really nice to see in the final. So yeah, let's see what happens. Sinter is already very close to getting a goal there, actually.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite get around the side of it.
Indeed, the ball was going a bit too fast for that. That was a lovely little wall hit off the wall. Funny, by Edwind. But
yeah, he managed to get that on target, but they were equal to it.
Indeed. So yeah, we've got 6 tremendously good players here playing it out against each other. We've got Edwind, Elmerfudd, and Steve Gates on the orange side, and we've got Azzy, Sinter, and Espion. We've got a lot of E's. I've just realised. Espion, Edwind, Elmerfudd, and EddCase.
Oh, Edwind!
Wow, that was a lovely goal there. Let's see what happened.
Takes it
closer detail.
over. Yeah, you see those two blue players there, was that Azzy and Sinter? They were right next to each other, and both got the ball taken around them in one swing.
All too easy. They needed to have someone back in defence in case that sort of thing happened. So yeah, 1-0. 1-0 to Orange Creamsicle there. And I wonder if that is going to set the tone for the entire series, or at least the match. We shall have to see.
We shall see, but as we were saying, we think it may well be a high-scoring match, so that might just be the beginning.
And again, Apollo 11, let's not forget that historical context.
Yes, of course, they're going to deliberately lose the first 2 matches. In fact, first 3 matches, isn't it? Because this is a best of 7.
Worth noting, yeah, it's going to be a best of 7 unless... Well, someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe it's going to be a best of 7 in the grand finals, so yeah.
But you're never wrong, OddyC.
Oh, of course not. No, I'm never wrong about predictions.
I predict that this is going to go for... Actually, how long do you think it's going to go on for? Do you think it's going to go for a full 7?
I'd say at least 5.
At least 5, okay.
Oh, a lovely slow tap in by
lovely.
Azzy. Everyone was in goal, but no one had the momentum to get to the ball there.
Finessey little taps.
I think Elmerfudd and Steve Gates might have messed each other up a little bit there. They were practically on the same spot, so it makes it very difficult. Not only were all 3 of them on the goal line, they were actually in the goal. They were beyond the goal line. There's such a tiny space to work with there.
You know what I noticed there is some fighting over the boosts. So maybe we're going to be seeing a little bit more of the boost game, which, to be honest, haven't been seeing that, that prevalent a boost game. Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Espion.
Lovely hit there. It deflected off the bar, I believe. Off the bar there, or the backboard, and Espion was immediately there. Hits it where no one can get to it. So
Azzy! Right, we're following Azzy.
Thank you again to Azzy there.
Good guy, Azzy. Okay, so... Oh, Edwin managed to knock it off down the wall, but I don't think anyone's there to follow it up. But Espion doesn't quite get the hit there, so it's put right back in front of goal again.
What I was going to say, you were talking about the boost game, the boost management game, or stealing boosts, thieving, I might say. But last cast, Kings of Urban were really the team that did that the most, I would say. They gave us the most reason to talk about the boost game, and it's very unfortunate actually that we haven't managed to see Kings of Urban at all in this cast, in this tournament. We'd have loved to see them. They're a very strong team.
I was very interested in seeing how they do with their new lineup. I was blown away in number 11 that we last casted.
Oh dear, Azzy just misses the ball there.
Oh dear, and that's going to even up the score.
Oh, that was a fatal error there.
It really was. Sometimes those happen, though.
Indeed.
You just don't quite judge the bounce.
Not only did he miss it, he rammed into Espion, who was struggling to save it as well, making sure that no one on the blue team would get it. That is unfortunate.
But as I was saying about Kings of Urban, when we last saw them, I was expecting to see a new superpower, honestly, because they had the dynamic teamwork, the kind of synergy of only the absolute best in the world.
They practically are. I mean, they're constantly. I mean, maybe recently they've been struggling a little bit, but beforehand, when they were first becoming known to the community, they were wow. That was a lovely deflection there. But they were just destroying some of the absolute top teams in the world. They were beating Cosmic Aftershock. They were beating Untethered. I'm not sure. They might even have been beating the EU top teams, Flipside and Swarm Gaming. They really were up there. They're a fantastic team.
Yeah, and of course the interesting thing is now that Gambit isn't with them anymore, so that's why I was really intrigued to see how they do. Obviously, they've just been knocked out by Orange Creamsicle, so maybe that suggests something. But Orange Creamsicle have been playing so well.
Yeah, it might be nothing to do with Gambit. I mean, to be fair, Gambit is one of the most incredible players that I have ever seen on the pitch. He is a master, absolute master. But at the same time, it might just be because Orange Creamsicle are really on form right now. That tap off the back, that was lovely. And a lovely little dunk there from Sinter.
Yeah, do we get to see that tap? Not quite. It just happens there. Yeah. There it has. And then Sinter comes in, gets the dunk off of Elmer Fudd.
Wow. Both of them were kind of twisted 90 degrees to try and get to the ball there. That was wonderful positioning in the air.
So 1 minute left, and it is equal at 3-3 in the first game of the final.
And you know, I was saying just before this game started that Apollo 11 and Orange Creamsicle seem to be having very similar play styles, and it would be interesting to see them come up against each other.
Yeah, and it's certainly an exciting match so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow! Wow! Elmer Fudd takes out Sinter and Espion, and that's a clear goal. Wow! Was that Elmer Fudd, did I just say? Blows up one, blows up the other, no one in goal. Steve hits it across to Edwin, who puts it in. Wow.
All three players on Orange Creamsicle's side there had a vital role to play in that maneuver. But Elmer Fudd, that was
brutal.
Tremendously bombastic of him. That was yeah. Hold on. What was it called? What was the really well-received, well-received Reddit post on the subreddit? I can't remember.
Unfortunately,
who's the guy who directed Transformers?
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay, yeah, he was doing a Michael Bay right there.
Oh, so Orange Creamsicle take the first game after that goal at the end, which was just amazing to see. That's one of the best goals definitely seen in this tournament, so everyone definitely had a role to play there. 1-0. Let's see what happens in the next game.
Let's just take a look for a moment and see how many shots there were. 6, 5, and 5 from Apollo 11. That was far more than what Orange Creamsicle did.
Wow.
They had so many shots. They were really pushing back against Orange Creamsicle's normally dominant aerial presence. So it was very, very close there. One goal separating them, and it could have easily gone the other way.
It's kind of really interesting seeing stats like that when, you know, we've just been saying that these teams have a really similar style of play, and it's interesting how that kind of translates when they play against each other.
Indeed. Often when you basically fight against your parallel, you have to really switch it up and behave very differently. Yeah,
exactly. Perfectly symmetrical violence doesn't get anyone anywhere.
Exactly. Good old Futurama. Oh wow, that was a very interesting hit from both of the Orange Creamsicle members in the attack there. Elmer Fudd hanging behind, as only the wisest do.
Elmer Fudd deals with that very calmly, even though the ball was coming in kind of dangerously. I mean, off the bar there.
As he did the only thing that he could possibly have done there to save it and hit it against his own bar quicker than anyone else could.
Yep, that was terrifying.
Steve Gates has the ball. It looks like he's going to go for a little lift over Azzy, but doesn't quite make it. Azzy has the ball now. Azzy has the ball.
Azzy has the ball now, and he takes it up the wall.
That was so funny. Who is in defence? There's no one in defence here.
Well,
Espion and Azzy are rushing back.
Luckily, Epsilon gets the triple tap on that to actually take it out of, well, not completely out of danger, but allows the time to get back into the goal for Azzy and Apollo 11, as it.
There are so many Apollos, it's difficult to keep track.
Hang on a minute. Wait a minute.
Were you wrong about the Apollo?
Yeah, because it's Apollo 13, obviously. Apollo 11 is the one that went to the moon.
Oh, of course. So, okay, forget about the historical context.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, ignore everything that we've said previously.
Okay, great. It's good to know that.
Yeah.
It's good to know that we can realize our mistakes. Oh, that's a lovely little hit that I don't think anyone can do anything about.
No.
Just got exactly the right contact on the ball.
Smashes
Such
it.
little time, but Elmer Fudd couldn't get to it. Yeah, sometimes the ball just rockets towards the goal so quickly you can't really do anything about it, even if you're in goal already.
Indeed.
You might have been expecting that to happen. It still doesn't work.
That's Apollo 13 taking the lead.
No.
Oh, God. What's happening? Apollo 11.
Taking the lead there off Apollo 13. No. And Sintra looking very, very dangerous there. Looked like he was trying to get the double tap off the wall, but he just misses. And now Edwin lifts up masterfully over towards Elmer Fudd.
And that was very close there.
Just hit away.
And then whilst in the air, Elmer Fudd uses his boost to get back in a defensive position. So that was kind of cool to see.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very defensive-minded. It's good to see, and it's very vital against a team like Apollo 11.
Indeed.
Being very aggressive whenever they get the chance.
Steve Gates and Edmund managed to make a nice save there off the bar.
This is really going back and forth. It's kind of difficult to say who's on top right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, you know,
it keeps just
take any given moment and then just fast forward 30 seconds and the opposite is happening. Espeon with a lovely just ram.
He's just slammed that in, but Sinter gets a very nice deflection off the wall there. Almost blocks that, actually. He just manages to go past the ball, but Espeon gets the goal there. It is now 2-0 with 2 minutes left to go.
I'm surprised with the force with which Espeon hit that it didn't hit the bar. It didn't go high. It actually went straight in. Yeah, it was very impressive.
Yeah, he managed to keep that down well.
Oh, that was lovely. Steve Gates just lifts it over into the blue half there. Edwin immediately hits it down, and Steve Gates is just there to finish it off.
Yeah.
Completely taking apart the blue defence there.
I'm not sure if Azzy was out of boost there or something, but he just couldn't quite get to the ball in time.
So 2-1 now to Apollo 11. Orange Creamsicle just got a goal back. Maybe they've reinstilled a little bit of confidence.
Yeah, exactly. And we could be seeing another high-scoring game. You know, it's coming down to the last minute and a half, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to see a lot of goals.
Indeed. It often happens that the last 30 seconds or so are the most aggressive and the most opulent in terms of goals.
Yeah.
That's just going to bounce a little bit free, giving everyone a little bit of time to get some boosts, just to breathe, I guess.
Edwin knocked it down off the wall then. It was coming straight out to Steve Gates, but luckily for Apollo 11, they managed to get to it in time.
That was a little bit dangerous because everyone on the blue side was practically in the same spot, going up for the aerial together. If they'd missed it, that would have been very dangerous. That was such a close save there.
From Azzy.
Yeah, very well done. Some great defense from both of these teams. You know, we keep saying, is this going to be a high-scoring match? But, 3 goals. That just goes to show how defensively minded and, skilled in defense both these teams are.
Exactly. I just want to point out once more that this is Apollo 11 playing without Prime Thunder and Husky. And yet they're in the final and they're playing superbly.
Indeed, and at the same time, we've got Orange Creamsicle who have been constantly rotating their third member, and sounds hilarious. But,
oh no!
And at the same time, they haven't got Quinn with them, so both these teams are missing important members. So, oh god, that's looking so dangerous for the Orange team. They're just, in their attempts to keep it up, they're actually kind of sacrificing their own safety there. But look, shut up! The moment has passed.
Sorry.
Looks like Apollo 11 are going to take that game just barely 2-1. And it's a good thing that the match didn't go on for much longer because, we might have seen Orange Creamsicle come back into it.
Exactly, yeah. They were keeping the ball up and things were looking kind of dangerous there. But, yeah, we're moving into the third game and it's now 1-1.
Indeed.
So it's definitely going the way of, you know, seeing what did you say? Probably up to a game 5, didn't you?
Yeah, up to a game 5, 5 or more, I would say, and I still agree with that.
Wow, that went through the camera.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay then, so Edwin takes it up the field. I think Sinter's going to get to that, but no.
This is going to be a goal, isn't it?
Oh. I expected Sinter to come out for it, but he stayed in goal, held the line.
Yeah, definitely. Elmer Fudd gets a little tap on it, trying to get a centre, but there was no one there. Edwin tries to get the pinch, but it doesn't quite work out. And it's just hovering around midfield at the moment. Neither team knows quite what to do with it.
Yeah,
they're being a little bit tentative again in these first minute or so. It's always a little bit tentative.
Yeah, now it's back to 1-1 again. They're kind of back to square one in some terms. They may have learnt a little bit about each other, but...
Oh, that's going to go in.
Oh, Steve Gates gets there.
Lovely, lovely vital save there. That might well be a save that determines the entire tournament.
Edwin managed to knock that one in. That was really nice from, was it Elmer Fudd there going down the side? Yep, here's Elmer Fudd. Just flicks it on there, and then Edwin managed to follow that in.
Yeah, it gets a bad deflection off Sinter there, and that's what centered it, really.
Sinter centers it.
Sinter center. So 1-0 to Orange Creamsicle.
In the third game of the final. So, yeah, the pressure, I wonder if it's going to be getting to them right now, because, you know, as we've been saying, these aren't their full teams, yet they're playing exceptionally well. I wonder if that's going to be slightly daunting for them that they are in the final in this state. I mean,
yeah, it certainly would be for me.
Yeah.
Oh dear, that was a bad hit by Sinter that actually lifts it up almost over the entire blue defense, but luckily the other two are there. Espion and Azzy, all three of them are playing really well at the moment. They're mining each other's presence. They know where they should be on the pitch. And it's certainly showing. You know, Orange Creamsicle have absolutely dominated the entire way through the tournament.
But now they're going to have to stop and think about that, because Apollo 11 are doing very, very well here.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how the Kings of Urban Orange Creamsicle game went, what the score was in the series, but I mean, it was over before Apollo 11's match, so maybe it was a 3-0 or a 3-1 maybe, I'm not sure. But in any case, it's looking a little bit dangerous. Whoever hit that would have been a centre in some way, shape or form.
Steve Gates knocks it back in. Oh, it gets put across the centre.
That must be a goal.
Edwin, yeah, that was an unfortunate little tap there. I'm not entirely sure who hit that.
You know, I was wondering if Elmer Fudd, waiting there in the centre, was going to try and do something and actually hit it away from Edwin. I was wondering if that was going to happen. He was actually going to mess it up by trying to make something of it. But no, he wisely steps aside and lets Edwin take it. So that's 2-0 to Orange Creamsicle.
That was a lovely lob, and it comes off the backboard, but Espion manages to knock it away, diffusing that little...
Nuggets of tension.
Nuggets of tension. That's what Rocket League is all about, really.
Nuggets of tension, indeed. Edwin with a little wall hit there, but it's quickly knocked back into the orange half by Sinter, who tries to follow it up, maybe expecting Elmer Fudd to actually hit the ball like you're supposed to do in Rocket League. No.
Hit ball in Rocket League?
It's caveman talk again.
Hit ball!
Elmer Fudd hitting it towards Steve, who actually lifts it up. It's looking very dangerous, but Azzy is there. Straight towards the goal. It's a good thing Edwin was there in the defence. Otherwise, that would have made a lot of... create a lot of red faces on the Orange Creamsicle side.
Orange faces, you might say.
Orange faces, indeed. That would have been very embarrassing for them. Such a quick counter-attack.
Espion got a little bit turned around in the goal there, but he just manages to get back in time to make that save. That was
very well
worrying.
done to him as well.
Ooh, I almost thought Azzy wasn't going to hit that, and that would have been very dangerous. I think he was practically the back line there. If the ball had gone over him, then...
Espion gets a little tap. That's behind the entire defence, but there's no one there to follow it up.
Oh, that pinch. That's going to send it right downfield.
Yeah, they're both turning back and getting back into defence now because they know that they really can't let Orange Creamsicle have their way in their half. But I think it might be a little bit better if one of them turned around and just really went for it and just gave them something to stop and think about.
Yeah, indeed.
In midfield. Don't let it go further than midfield. Ooh, that was an interesting hit. As he
taken
flicks
over the top.
it over the top. And straight in. There was no one left in goal there. Who was it? Lifts it over the top of Edwin.
Yeah, just over the
top.
top.
He was just there. He was immediately there. There was nothing Edwin could have done.
So that is now 2-1, and Apollo 11 are fighting to get back into this game.
As they do.
As they do.
Apollo 13, of course. Oh dear.
That's what the name should have been. Change your name.
Damn right.
Okay.
Cinder hits the ball a little bit wide. Elmer Fudd has all the time in the world, really, to take care of it. Passes it to Steve, who actually gives it away to Cinta there. And so if I were Orange Creamsicle, I'd be saying, right, we really want to get this away from our goal now. But the opposite happens, in fact. It's 22 seconds to go. It is an equaliser.
Yeah, I think was that Elmer Fudd came out to try and get that ball, but no one was back to defend the line. So when he missed it, yeah, that was just an easy goal, really, for Espion.
That went very high, pinched upwards, a vertical pinch in the air for the kickoff there. Elmer Fudd looking to get a little tap, actually hits it back towards Steve.
Elmer Fudd takes it down the wall, it bounces up
very
dangerously.
dangerous.
All the Blues are underneath the ball, and there's nothing you can do about that. Edwin comes in and just gets a very dinky little aerial.
That was a lovely pass by Elmer Fudd there, and yeah, they are all in the same spot, and I think they were all in the wrong spot, to be honest.
Yeah.
They were all turned away from the ball, there was nothing they could do. That must be gutting for them.
Really, because they fought so hard to get back into this match. But it now looks like that they are going to go down. Yep, they're going to go down to now 2-1. But this is still best of 7.
Indeed, there is more time than usual to make up for any losses that you may receive. So, yeah, let's definitely go straight into game number 4. 4?
Yes, and it's now 2-1 to Orange Creamsicle, isn't it?
Yes, indeed it is.
Right.
So we'll have to see what happens, see if Apollo 11 will stay true to what isn't their name.
Yeah.
And take it back from the brink of oblivion.
That's what Apollo 11 did. They didn't. Let's not even say their name anymore. It's too embarrassing.
Yeah. And well, speaking of which, I just got a message in the chat saying, isn't Apollo 11 known as SNK Esport now? I'm not sure. I don't know about the latest developments. There have been a lot of new sponsors picking up big teams recently, which is very exciting. It's great to see. Great to see Rocket League Esport community just developing in that way.
Exactly.
It's great.
It's being put on the map even more and more.
Indeed. But for now, we are just going to keep calling them Apollo 11 because we know nothing for certain. So, yeah, Edwin looking to put on the pressure there with an aerial.
And the double tap, which he doesn't quite manage to get into the net, but it was looking very dangerous. Espion now taking up the field. He takes it very fast. I'm not entirely sure where Steve Gates was. Did he go back for the boost? The boost isn't there. It reappears. He turns back to go for it and
misses it again. That was very unfortunate. Everyone was out of position there on Orange Creamsicle's side.
So now Apollo 11 are beginning their fight back, and it's way too early in the game to really say which way this game is going to be going, but they're certainly going to be happy with getting a goal early on.
Indeed. It is nothing but good if that happens. Although it is looking very dangerous, I think Orange Creamsicle are looking to immediately equalise, as they so often have done in this tournament. So often, Orange Creamsicle have just immediately responded to a goal by going straight down the other end of the pitch and saying, nope, we're here as well. Another goal, please.
Sinter is managing to block so many of these shots. He's not getting any of the clearances, but when the ball comes at goal, he is right there to get it. He's just out of goal.
It's there's lots of tussles in the blue half right now. They really need to, after having that goal, Orange Creamsicle have been piling on the pressure. They need to get it back into midfield at least. Apollo 11.
After just saying that Sinter wasn't making any clearances, but he was blocking the goal very well, he makes an amazing clearance off the wall there, taking it all the way over to the other half in one shot.
Yeah, indeed. Whoa, I wasn't expecting Edwin to get there ahead of the blue team, but he does. That was a dangerous centre, but Elmer Fudd just missed the opportunity there.
Oh, Espion puts on the power for that shot on goal, but luckily for Orange Creamsicle, Steve Gates manages to get there just in time.
Just by the tip of his wheels there he gets to. And it is... Wow, that was quite the contact. there, and I don't know how Rocket League decides whether one person or the other person gets destroyed there. But, in any case, nothing came of it one way or the other. And again, it's still hovering around the blue half. I think Apollo 11 really needs to start putting on more pressure right now. They'll find that Orange Creamsicle are going to be equalizing very soon, which might actually happen right now. There it does. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what happens if you carry on piling on the pressure. If you start, taking the boosts from the opposing team's side, it's the downward spiral. Eventually, the defense is just going to run out of boost, and there's nothing you can do about the attacks anymore. Just pile on the shots until you get a goal.
Exactly, and that's why Apollo 11 really need to break out of that spiral. They need to just get some very unexpected attacks, counterattacks. That's what they're good at. So.
Yeah, indeed.
They just need to get their presence back.
Exactly. Get into the air, get some redirections.
What is happening?
So tentative around that corner post there.
It was such an awkward position for the ball to be in for both teams. Wow. Espeon gets a hit, but that must be a goal. Elmer Fudd must take that. And actually Edwin does. 2-1 to Orange Creamsicle. But yeah, that hit.
Unfortunately for Espeon, that just
a little
didn't
too
work the way he wanted it to go.
Yeah. Very unfortunate indeed. 2-1 to Orange Creamsicle right now.
Yeah, so if it continues in this way, then it's going to be 3-1 to Orange Creamsicle overall.
That is a very dangerous position for Apollo to be in. That was a lovely little tap by Steve Gates.
Just a reminder, it is best of 7, which means that you have to get to 4. The first team to get to 4 is the winner, and that is the winner of the entire tournament.
Steve Gates dribbles it past one, passes it to Edwin. It's a completely open goal, but it misses it.
I can't believe that didn't go in. Edwin doesn't quite get round the side of the ball there, and the ball just ends up going forwards and into the post.
Oh, wow. After such brilliant play by Steve there, takes it round one, passes it around the other.
Indeed.
And then it amounts to nothing. That is very unfortunate.
We've spoken about the kind of aerial plays that these two teams have been doing and how marvellously they've been handling the airborne... Nope, don't know where that sentence is going, but you know what I'm saying. But
just the aerial presence in general, I think.
Exactly. But there's definitely something to be said about some of the ground plays, especially, I've noticed, from Elmer Fudd. He has been taking it around players on the floor, keeping it grounded, and just completely wrong-footing the opponent. I remember talking about this in our last cast, but when you see someone on the attack and they've got the ball right on top of them or right next to them, Espeon manages to tie it up with 9 seconds to go.
I was really expecting Sinter to steal the goal there. Look at that, he was so close. But apparently that was entirely Espeon's, and now, as you say, the equaliser with 8 seconds to go. So.
Hang on, is this the first overtime that we might be about to see?
Is that right?
I don't think we've seen an overtime yet. So here we are, overtime in the final. And we want to see if it's going to go 2-2 or... No. Was it? Yeah, 2-2 or 3-1 is how it's going to end up.
That hit. I
thought Steve Gates was going to get to that. He kind of glitched through it on my screen.
Azzy with a lovely tap there. Again, it's the slow, gradual, insidious ones that just find themselves going in because people just think, oh no, I don't know where that's going to go.
So after equalising in the last 10 seconds, it was 9 seconds left to go, they actually take the overtime and the game right at the very beginning of it. So, yeah, it's now 2-2, all square. Whew. This is a really tense match. Very, very even indeed.
Definitely. Very even, in fact. I would say this is the most even in the tournament, which is nice. It'd be nice to expect that in the grand finals.
Definitely, yeah. It's much more entertaining this way than having some team who is just completely dominant and you know they're going to just sweep it.
Yeah, indeed. But that is certainly not the case here. Of course, they've been practically sweeping everyone that they've come up against, both of these teams. But now that they've come up against each other, it is a much tougher game for both of them.
Exactly, Battle of the Titans.
Indeed. So, Azzy, wow, shunts Edwin back and tries to make something of it instead of it just hanging around in midfield right now.
Azzy's gone up for that one, knocks it down into the orange half, but Elmer Fudd's going to clear that up. Oh, that is taken off the wall by Steve Gates, and that was a little bit worrying and confusing for the orange team there.
A little bit of, could have been a centre there if someone had been there to receive it, but that was a lovely tap by Espion.
And now he's got the break.
Yeah, oh, takes it around one, takes it around another, but it goes too far.
And that,
you know, we've been talking about Elmer dribbling, but Espion is doing some lovely grounded play as well.
Exactly, yeah. Definitely players and teams to be watching out for.
Sinter hits it up. Azzy gets another hit to Sinter. Nearly hits it in. And Azzy finishes it off. Wow.
Was it Edwin just by the post there? He was kind of looking a little bit confused. He didn't know what to do with it. He tried to get the tap on it right there, but didn't quite get it, which meant Azzy just got a free goal.
That was just a lovely play between Sinter and Azzy there. I feel like Espion, having done that lovely little dribble past the defence, he just hung back and just kind of said to his teammates, so that's what I can do. What can you do?
Indeed, there we go. There.
Wow, 2-0 up very quickly. Just a minute gone, a minute and 15 seconds gone, and Espion, that was a bad play there, to be quite frank.
Espion knocked it down straight onto Elmer Fudd. Elmer Fudd wasn't trying to get that kind of a hit on it. Completely centres it past his own team and straight to Espion again.
Yeah, I feel like Orange Creamsicle really need to get a grip on their defence right now. It's becoming too easy to just take it past them.
Yeah, they're letting it slip a little bit. But, you know, they are all square in terms of games, so they're going to want to fight this one.
Definitely. And they're not going to want to be reckless as well. Both these teams are very aggressive, but they also have some fantastic defensive capabilities and counter-attacking, definitely.
Yeah.
I've seen so much counter-attacking from both teams, particularly Apollo. But, yeah.
The interesting thing is that we've been saying in past matches, off the bar there, and now Sinter and Azzy. Okay, what we've been saying in past matches that there's been this brick wall in the middle of the pitch, whether it's in the air or on the ground, just that you can't break past. That is just not the case in these two teams matching up against each other. It's like there is no brick wall at all. They just constantly switch ends again and again.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it was a good thing Espion was there. If that had the momentum to just be a goal from one end to the other, unless someone was in the way. And again, with Sinter just being in the way there, that's all you need sometimes.
Steve Gates centres it, but it's knocked back out again.
Espion goes for the wall hit.
As
Steve Gates again hitting it back into the blue half.
Oh, Elmer Fudd and Edwin both missed the ball then. It's lucky that, I think that was Steve Gates finally managed to get the hit on it.
Elmer Fudd going up for the aerial there, but he'd actually waited behind to get the boost, so he was a little late, and that could have it could have resulted in a very dangerous opportunity from Apollo 11's side.
That's looking incredibly dangerous. Oh, Elmer Fudd was coming in, but Azzy comes across the face of goal to save that one.
And he has the ball free right now until Steve Gates takes it away, but that's another centre.
Looking very dangerous. Steve Gates is there. Espion is going to knock it into the centre again. Sinter doesn't go for it.
Again, we're just seeing that both these teams are showing... Oh,
Espion has to put that in.
Both these teams are just showing how incredibly aggressive and powerful they can be, and dominant, and just capable with the ball and passing to one another, creating opportunities.
Indeed. And, I mean, they may have got 3 goals, but I wouldn't say by any means that they have completely taken Orange Creamsicle's defence apart. It's just that they've piled on so much pressure and hit in so many shots that eventually they just managed to get the free goal.
Oh, that was a lovely little tap. It is certainly closer than the score makes it out to be at the moment. You know, this is not a 3-0 match. It's really not. It's maybe a 0-0 match, maybe a 1-0. Not sure.
Both teams are having, equal opportunities.
Yeah, and that's not to say that Apollo 11 haven't been performing incredibly well.
Well,
they do deserve to get these goals.
Though Azzy just smacked Sinter in the face then. Sent him all the way to the other side of the pitch, which wasn't ideal.
A lot of collisions here. Sinter just taps it away into midfield. Azzy, lovely little robbing of the ball. And now it's looking very dangerous again for Orange Creamsicle.
Or coming down across the face of goal. Sinter is right in the right place with that, but Elmer Fudd takes it over the top of him. As he again hitting it straight in.
That was so close. Again, it was so close that both of the Orange Creamsicle members in the goal went for it. That's another goal as he just tapping it in at the end.
Who was it? Was it Espion? I want to watch that. Yeah, it was Espion. He comes up, hits it with his front downwards, and Azzy manages to finish it in.
Yeah, practically lands on the goal line. There's just nothing you can do about it. You just have to wait.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, Azzy was quicker to capitalise.
So, with it being 4-0 and just about 10 seconds left...
4-1 in fact.
And, you know, I still think it's the end of the match here, but getting a goal back is going to be very important for them. This is the final, and they need that hope.
Definitely. Definitely. And I would also say that I think both these teams have had so many opportunities. I would just say that Apollo 11's defense has just been a little bit tighter, a little bit better. Edwin appears to be not moving anymore. I don't know if he's given up or no. There we go. Okay.
Oh, is that a goal? Not quite.
Nearly
on target.
But that is going to be the end of this match, and so 3-2 to Apollo 11.
Now that means that Orange Creamsicle cannot lose a game. They have to win both these remaining matches. Otherwise, Apollo 11 are going to finish it off right now.
Indeed. Elmer Fudd has left the match. I'm not sure if we're going to be switching servers. I don't know. Quinn is coming.
Oh, that's interesting. That's going to change things up.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's going to make a difference for them. But Elmer Fudd has been playing so well.
Yeah, well, you know, it's good to see that Quinn is coming on time, as usual.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's going to be very interesting. I wonder if this is a strategy, a very dirty tactic to employ, because Apollo 11 has been getting used to playing with Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
But now, maybe they've got a completely different strategy with Quinn. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Knows? Quinn is in.
Quinn is in, and Fudd is out.
Okay, well that's surprising. A little bit of drama here in the final. There he is. There's Quinn the Legend.
Alrighty. And let's get into this game number... Which is it? 5? 6? 6.
I don't know. Yes, 6. Must be 6, right? I'm very confused.
It is currently 3-2, so it's game 6.
Game 6, okay.
And Steve Gates and Sinter head towards the ball.
So I wonder...
quickly get used to Quinn Lovedale being in the game instead of Elmer Fudd.
Quinn Lovedale actually out of position there.
Yeah, Quinn goes for the boost. That is not the kind of start that you want.
Exactly. I mean, it just makes me wonder, has he been warming up for this? He obviously hasn't been playing with the team for the last several hours. It's kind of worrying that you would try and do this in the final, and it might be their undoing.
Maybe. But who's to say? If they do lose, then it might just be because Apollo 11 played a better game. They've been tremendously on form.
Exactly, and they are winning in terms of games right now, so...
Yeah. Alright, so it looks like Steve Gates is going to hit it up pitch, trying to give their team a little bit of breathing space, a little bit of time maybe to get used to each other again.
Espion knocks it across the face of goal. Sinter is there. He goes past the goal by the time he can get to it. It was a little hard.
Looking a little dangerous from Edwin, but as he clears it up, they're both performing some pretty good grounded play at the moment. It's not so much about aerials.
Oh, that was a dangerous ball, and then Espion just came slamming in from the other side.
Oh, wow, it's just going back and forth in this corner.
Yeah.
It's still not leaving the corner.
Uh-oh, Sinter missed it, which means...
take it out of the corner.
Yeah. Azzy, come on.
Okay.
Nope. Gates is putting it back in.
In the corner. This corner likes the ball, and it is not giving it up. Espion finally manages to hit it away, and Azzy follows it up with a lovely tap.
He knocks it into the middle,
into the air.
A little bit past Sinter. I wonder if Sinter had left it for Espion. Maybe he could have taken a shot there, but...
Apollo 11 piling on the pressure right now. Azzy, with the aerial that goes a little bit wide, I'm not sure if he wanted to do that. It certainly seemed to diffuse the pressure on either side. Maybe kind of almost like calling for a truce, but just a few seconds.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, Espion doesn't quite get the hit on that, nor does Lobdell. I think it's ball is made of lava time, because they're just not quite hitting this.
Ah, ball is made of lava. They make for the best gifs on the subreddit.
They do.
If Espeon had actually contacted that ball, then
Hello, ball?
had come into contact with the ball, then that could have been a very, very interesting opportunity for Apollo 11.
But we're just bordering on halfway into this match now, and it is still just 1-0.
Okay, predictions. Who do you think is going to win this match and this series?
Personally, I think changing a team up right in the final is not the way to go for it. So, even though that is now 1-1, I'm still going to say that, I don't know, I think that Apollo 11 may take it. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously they are still playing really, really well, even with the roster change. So
yeah. Just going to talk briefly about that goal. Edwin just manages to get the ball a little bit ahead of Espeon, and that was all that was needed to hit it past him and rebound off the back of the wall for, who was it? Steve Gates to just finish it up very, very quickly and easily. That was quite a clean goal, actually.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, it's looking a little bit dangerous here. Kind of another back and forth play. Oh,
Espeon.
Wait.
Just, I don't know, that kind of rolled up him and into the air.
Yeah. Was that on target beforehand, though? Because I feel like Espeon got in the way of Azzy's shot.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Azzy, that's dangerous, but Quinn should be equal to that, yep.
Yep, definitely.
But,
And, yeah, again, it's just back and forth. That was a little bit of a pinch there. Very fortunate deflection. But, yeah, diffused again by Orange Creamsicle, and that's looking a bit dangerous if Quinn can get to that, but he doesn't. This is kind of, it's. I wouldn't say it's slowing down. It's just that both teams are so even that it's just difficult to constantly talk about.
So close. Was that Quinn? I think that was Quinn. Oh, and he managed to block it and keep it in there. He definitely.
Sinter with the ball though. He grabs a boost. Edwin just misses the boost. Sinter grabs another boost. He's starving them at the moment. Azzy, is deflected by Steve.
As Quinn jumped into the air there to make that save, I thought he was going to put it into his own net, but he manages to find the flip that just keeps it out. He's definitely doing his part for the team, having only just come on.
Espeon takes it up the wall. That was an open goal, but luckily Steve just got there in time.
All three players in the same place. That was a little bit dangerous, especially now Azzy is here. Espeon is there.
That must be a goal. There we go.
Yeah, wow. all three of Orange's team were just caught in the same position there, some of them in the air, and left them completely out of position.
Oh, Steve was almost there. If he was just a couple of meters higher than he was, then that might have been a different story. But as it turns out,
40 seconds left to go, and it's 2-1. And they're going to win the tournament if Orange Creamsicle can't get a goal in 30 seconds.
Indeed.
Well, this is the kind of drama that we're looking for in the final of ESL. So,
as he goes for the shot, it's deflected by Quinn. There's so much pressure going on in these last 12 seconds.
And that's in. That is the
Edwin
with 10 seconds left.
Wow.
Manages to knock that in between the two of them, under one and over the other. Whew. So, is this going to go to overtime? It's going to be one hell of a tense overtime if it does.
Yep, another overtime. Or not. That was very close. It's a good thing that Azzy was there.
Yep.
And that's exactly why you need to be there at times.
We're out of time, but the ball is still airborne.
The thing is, everyone would love for it not to go to overtime. They'd always love to get a buzzer beater, but at the same time, it's so risky.
It is.
It's so risky keeping it in the air. Because
you could be trying for your own buzzer beater, and then you set up the other team.
Exactly. But as it is overtime now, and Espeon looking to put some pressure on immediately.
Quinn gets that over the top. And now things are piling onto Azzy, but he manages to take it out calmly.
I think they overcommitted a little bit. Azzy is taking it over. If he can just...
Oh, that was so close, but Espeon is right there. It's still dangerous. Still no one in goal. Edwin's getting back. Sinter is now coming in.
Double taps it. Oh, Espeon doesn't quite get the right hit on the ball there.
Edwin completely left the goal then to get some boosts, and he only just managed to get back in time. I guess he really must have needed that boost.
Oof. Espeon went up very early for that, but he actually misses the ball. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but a lovely center there. They're putting us so much pressure against Orange Creamsicle right now.
They really are. They want to finish it off right now in this overtime, this match. But that is looking
a bit dangerous as well. Espeon with a defensive hit.
That's not in.
Not in yet.
Coming across the face of goal.
Sooner or later, someone is going to hit it in, and there we go.
Gates. Wow. Yeah, that deflection off the wall, and he just got such power on it right here. As he just couldn't quite get to that.
Hits it perfectly into the corner.
So that's Creamsicle coming back. Even with their roster change in the last second. Quinn definitely playing very, very well, as we would expect.
Indeed. Again, look, Apollo 11 getting 12 shots against Orange Creamsicle's 6 shots. They were piling on the pressure, and yet Orange Creamsicle manages to just work it out on top.
Can I just say how happy I am that the final of this ESL has gone to a 7-game series.
Indeed. It's always what we're hoping to see.
And that's what we want to see as spectators. We want to see as much Rocket League as humanly possible.
Exactly.
That's what life is about.
And it looks like Steve Gates and Sintra are winding up for the kickoff right now. In this Game 7 of ESL.
The final. The final.
Indeed. So, that's already looking a little bit dangerous. If Espeon can... I was expecting Espeon to go up for that. Maybe he had no boost.
Yeah, he went back for the boost instead.
He's usually one for going up and getting the little taps, little redirections on the ball there. But again, Apollo 11 immediately putting on the pressure. This is what Orange Creamsicle are usually so good at. But Apollo 11 seem to be beating them at their own game a little bit.
I believe Edwin is out of boost. He keeps picking up scraps. No, he actually managed to pick up enough scraps to do that, but he kept having boosts taken out from just under his nose.
Yeah, that's why it's so important to have a good boost game going on.
Exactly.
Stealing boost at an opportune moment can be so damaging. Quinn just hits it to the side there. Picked up by Edwin. And that looks very dangerous as well. Sinter just about gets in the way. Tactical explosion there by Steve.
And Azzy just can't get back into the way of it. Let's go over to Azzy just to see him get back into goal. Yeah, the explosion there was very timely.
Yeah, he was just facing the wrong way there, Azzy. He tries what he can, but just doesn't work out.
And so, 1 minute gone, 1 goal for Orange Creamsicle.
By that logic, it's going to end maybe 3-2, 4-1, 5-0.
5 goals are going to be scored.
Exactly.
All right, I'll take that bet. That's your prediction, and your predictions are always right. So
they are always right. So you know, I'm not worried.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's gonna be lower than that. Don't know why.
Not much for specificity, are you?
Fine, 4 goals. It's going to be...
Okay, great. That's more like.
It's going to be 3-1, but I'm not going to say to which side.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Sinter with a lovely centre. No, I was going to say that must be a goal, but everyone on Orange Creamsicle's side was there before Espeon was. Again, they're being a little bit tentative. Maybe the pressure is getting to them. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, this is as tense as it can possibly get. It's the final game.
Indeed, and let's not forget there's money on the line here. There are cash prizes.
So, yeah, it's going to be in the forefront of their mind right now, and they've got to be pushing that thought out of their mind, really, haven't they? To really be focused on what they're doing right now.
Exactly. Just play a good game of Rocket League. That's what it comes down to.
Exactly.
You know what? You know what's amazing? I just want to stop and think. We are playing Rocket League. We are watching people play Rocket League. Play a really great game for money. And we're casting it, and that's just so great.
That is great.
Just wanted to say that.
Yeah, that makes us very, very happy indeed.
Espeon, I don't know how he managed to get that save. That was really... I could have sworn that was a goal, but nope, apparently not.
Several times now we could have sworn that was going to be a goal, but...
Oh, Espeon again, just getting there in the nick of time.
Oh, Jesus, as he doesn't quite get to that, so Edwin is there to follow it up. That is now 2-0, which if that, by my reckoning, is going to be 4 goals... then it's going to be, it's going to be 3-1. Then Orange Creamsicle are about to win this 3-1. However, if you are right, then it still could go either way, because It could be 3-2.
Of course, if you're just saying 4 goals, then it could be 2-2. It could go to overtime.
That's true. That is true.
I don't know, Davey. Let's have a look. Sinter just saves it off the goal line there, giving Azzy enough time to clear it. That was very close indeed. Apollo 11, such an amazing team. Again, Orange Creamsicle are an amazing team as well, as is shown by the fact that this is a Game 7. But Apollo 11 have just been so good at counter-attacking and so good at defending, even when you think that must surely be going in.
Yeah. They've really been displaying some absolutely solid defending, and I say that. I was very unfortunate though. He almost got to that ball, you could see it, but Steve Gates just gets over the top. Often you see that if you can get kind of higher than the opposing player when you're going up for an aerial, you're the one who's going to come off better. Indeed.
Yeah. Just going up earlier, knowing where the ball is exactly, so that you can go up earlier and hit it beforehand, hit it higher. And all of that is very, very important at the high levels.
Exactly, and now it is 3-0 with just over 1 minute left to go.
You've got to be thinking, well, if you're Apollo 11, you've got to be feeling the pressure tremendously right now.
Exactly. Well, you want to be scoring right now is when you want to be scoring.
Yeah, exactly.
There is not a moment to lose.
But Orange Creamsicle know this, and they're constantly putting the pressure on, trying to play a keep-away game.
Oh, 3 blues forward.
I think Edwin is just going to get there in time. Oh. Wow, a massive clearance there.
It was so lucky for Orange Cream. It was so lucky.
Misses it. He really needed that goal, but
the ball just. Wow, the ball just hung in the air for so long, because otherwise those 3 forward blue players would have just cleaned that up easily. Anyway, we're down to the last 30 seconds.
I think we're reaching the realms of impossibility right now in terms of Apollo 11 finding their way back into this.
Exactly.
Which is such a shame, because I'll be wrong. But this was such a great series and such an amazing tournament to watch, especially with these two teams. They just played so well together.
As he doesn't quite manage to put that one in. They could have really done with that consolation goal, for one thing, because it would have proved my score right.
One more goal. Come on, you can do it. I think Azzy was even trying to hit it back into his own goal.
I think he might have been. Wow. But that is the end. Congratulations to Orange Creamsicle, and congratulations to Apollo 11 as well. Those were amazing. That was some absolutely immaculate display of what Rocket League is really about.
Definitely. And again, going back to before this best of 7 series, I was saying these two teams, they've been taking apart everyone they've played against. They've been so good at counterattacking and just not giving their opponents a moment to breathe. They've just been constantly on the aggressive side, constantly in the other team's half.
Which made it
when they come up against each other, it's a very different story.
Very, very difficult to commentate on such a match, as it was just everything happening. But often that is the case with Rocket League, and when it gets up to these high levels of play,
there's so much happening at once.
It's definitely something to behold.
Indeed. But yeah, that was an absolutely fantastic series. Congratulations to Orange Creamsicle, and very well done. Good effort from Apollo 11, and from Kings of Urban, and from... oh no. Who is it?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Who did Apollo 11 beat? It was... the team, Jarellis Goodies.
Oh, of course, the name that we can never remember. That's why we can never remember.
We apologize. They actually played really tremendously well as well against Apollo 11. That was a really good series as well. But that grand final, that was fantastic and nail-biting, nerve-wracking stuff.
Yeah, indeed. I'm just going to quickly go over to webcam, so say hi to the camera. We haven't actually been on webcam at all. Oh, wow.
Yes, we haven't had time to go onto webcam, really, but yeah.
That was really awesome to watch. We saw some different styles of play kind of ramming against each other, and it was interesting to watch how they kind of changed to play against each other. And yeah, that was a really awesome finale. So happy that it went to the full 7 games. That's what we were calling for last time we were casting. We really wanted to go the full way. So I'm happy that happened.
Yeah, Apollo 11 should be very proud that they've again managed to make it to the finals. And Orange Creamsicle should be definitely very proud of themselves for a win. I'm not sure if they've won before. I don't know enough about the scene, about what I've missed.
Yeah, indeed.
But yeah, they've certainly won now. They really, really deserved it. There was some incredible play there. You know what? Even with Quinn Lobdell subbing in at the very end for Elmer there, they actually still managed to win.
You know, that's what this tournament seems to be all about this time. It's all been about the roster changes. We've had so many different things going on. With Quinn coming in at the end there, that was just the icing on the cake. But as we've been saying, we had Gambit leaving Kings of Urban to go to Swarm in the EU. We had Kazaz, or Moses, as he's known now, leaving Titanium Ricochet to join Kings of Urban. And then Titanium Ricochet are now playing with Low 5, filling that spot.
Indeed.
So, yeah.
And also, obviously, Apollo 11, we have to remember that Prime Thunder and Husky weren't a part of their team.
Exactly. And to do this well, it's really been amazing to see what you can do when you're not playing your full normal team. So
yeah, Azzy played tremendously well there as the only person from the team that we watched back in 11. Mm-hmm. There was some really great stuff going on there. But I remember Prime Thunder and Husky putting together some incredible stuff in the last cup that we casted.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, maybe it would have been a different story if that team had been the one who played Orange Creamsicle here today.
Yeah, all in all,
as it happens,
it's been a very different tournament, I should say. Very different teams. Didn't know what to expect, to be honest. And I thought it was a wonderful thing to cast. So I think we're probably going to end it on that note. It is now 20 to 2 in the morning. We're both rather tired. And we're probably going to be dreaming of Rocket League tonight.
Who isn't, let's be honest.
Yeah,
that must happen to all of us.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
Thank you very much for watching. I've been EddCase.
And I've been OddyC.
And we will see you next time.
See you next time.
We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.